What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video today. Jags franchise, episode 5 here in week 4. We have the Cincinnati Bengals coming off our first win of the year, 28-20. Of course, as predicted, the comment section, it tells me how much I suck every video, which is sweet. Love that. However, I don't want it to be easy, right? Although I will say one thing that everyone got on me was, I think it was in either week 2 or week 3, where I missed DJ Chark running down the left sideline. It was like my whole comments, like timestamp it, and they tell you, oh, you missed this receiver, as if I go back and watch and say, okay, I'm going to look for that next time. Like, listen, the offensive coordinator on this team is me. I don't need a million of them in the comments. I'm going to suck. I can't see everything. I miss things. But it's like, you can't throw when you're about to get hit. You can't go deep down the field. Just can't happen. So I didn't miss anyone. Whatever. Stop complaining about complaining. Don't watch, then. All right. Okay, so a thing that did happen in real life, as many of you guys tweeted at me, was Leonard Fournette was released just prior to me releasing episode 3. Now, I will say one thing, is that there are people in the comment section, and I feel like I keep referencing the comments because this is a series for all of us. It's not just like, oh, I'm putting these videos out and then saying whatever, I don't care about anything. I'm reading the comments as well, so I'm responding. That's conversation. That's what we want on the channel. So yeah, I'm not dwelling on the comments. We're just reading and reacting and responding. That's communication. However, this series is not, I'm on the team, but I don't have control over everything. I just, whatever happens in real life, I'll replicate that move exactly. So some guys were like, you got to get that pick back from the Cardinals. Got to give them their first back. You got to trade Yannick Ngakoue now to the Vikings for a 5th-round pick in a second. No, I've already made the move. That won't be happening. And as for Leonard Fournette, yeah, the Jags released him straight up. I'm the general manager of the team, Gene Dangus, right? I'm not releasing Leonard Fournette. He's an 83 overall running back who's 25 with superstar development. That you'd be throwing away a player. So I'm going to get a pick back for him. So that's something that's going to happen. So it's like, oh, you should release him. I'm the GM as soon as I hit start franchise in episode 1. So we'll trade Leonard Fournette. He's going to be off the team, but I'm not just going to cut him. Okay, so football team lost their running back when Darius Geis proved to be a piece of shit. So he's out of the league. So they're getting a running back now in Leonard Fournette. I feel like this is a pretty good landing spot for him. We are swapping first-round picks. It's number 23 overall. I forget where we got that. It's projected, by the way, so that definitely could change. But we are getting their first-round pick. They're getting Leonard Fournette. We're swapping firsts. I don't think that's too much of a big deal. But it's a big deal for us as we now have a higher projected pick, and Leonard Fournette's off the team. Let's also check out the draft class so far. We've pretty much not even gotten into this at all, and we have so many needs on the team that we could go anywhere. We have a few first-round picks here, a second and a third. It would be nice to have some more mid-round picks, and there's not even a set position that we want to scout. It seems like quarterback is super weak. Like, none of these guys look particularly good so far at all as we're scouting some quarterbacks. Like, 3 of these guys inside the top 4 are projected undrafted, or not even projected, just true talent undrafted. So this is not a good year to need a quarterback. Peter Burgess here is a running back we looked at that looks to be quite good. This could be our running back of the future. Who knows if he falls to the second round? Maybe we spend a first-round pick on him. Receiver is not a position I want to focus on right now. I don't think tight end either, but I want to build up the defense. And when we take a look at the actual team here, I think the secondary is a big point of emphasis for me, where we need to improve in our secondary. We're allowing way too many catches, especially by receivers that just shouldn't be getting open at the rate that they are. So it's not only cornerback, but it's safety as well, because Gerard Wilson is not going to do it for me. DJ Hayden, Trey Herndon, Rashawn Melvin, not going to do it for me. Ronnie Harrison has potential. He could be a starter in some type of long-term situation, but that doesn't mean that safety is any less of a team need. So with 112 points remaining, I think we're going to focus on safety and cornerback, but probably just corner. There are a lot of first-round projected guys, including one that's 6'3" out of Maryland. Curtis Richards, he's awful. But I like the size of these guys. I mean, there's 2 guys who are 6'2". You want to have length at the position. I know that a lot of that's what she said jokes but could be here, but I mean, it's true. And they seem to be pretty good. He's a mid-first rounder. Jermichael Farrell is an early first-round guy. Leon Kyle, not a huge fan of the name, but I'm a fan of the ability, and he can catch too. Interesting. It's interesting that his archetype is slot, given that his top ability is man coverage, and it's at a B. He's probably the best corner in the class. At least he definitely is of guys that we have seen. Devontae Edwards, not too bad either. A lot of good corners here. We have our options. Any new draft stories? Looks like it. So Jermichael Farrell is someone we looked at, who was a martial arts star before playing corner at Northwestern. We already know about Jameel Holloman, the middle linebacker. But then Clayton Barnett got the better of Nick Morris this week in a showdown of two of college football's best quarterbacks. Interesting. So could be something for Clayton Barnett. Let's go ahead and check that out before we hop into week 4 against the Bengals here. What is he supposed to be? Okay, so he's the guy who's projected third round, late second round true talent, who seems to maybe have a good development trait. Interesting. Could be somebody we target in the second round. Like that would not be a bad way to spend a second round pick. We do have some upgrades before the game though. Actually kind of a lot. And some, good players as well. Some guys that are starters. In fact, everyone there except for Dwayne Smoot is an active starter on this team. So I guess we'll go ahead and upgrade those guys. Miles Jack is in here. Man coverage and zone coverage go up by 1. Pursuit and play rec by 2. Here's the thing, though, is that I use Miles Jack pretty frequently. And maybe I shouldn't because he's got higher zone coverage. Maybe I should just let him do his thing. I think with Kayvon Chason, we're just going to do finesse moves. We need to make him a dominant pass rusher. He's got normal development. It takes a lot for him to get a skill point. Finesse moves up by 2. Could be helpful. It's only up to a 74, though. That's not great. For Laviska Shenault, we focused on route running a little bit so far. He's actually been phenomenal for us. I think we'll go into route running again. Actually, let's do deep threat and see what that does for it. That's going to impact his overall. Catching up by 1, deep route running by 1, release by 3. That's not going to be bad. That's up to a 75. Cam Robinson, I won't do anything for. And then Joe Schobert, I might end up using. He's a little slow. Actually, he's going to be the user because he's got almost equal zone coverage to Miles Jack, but is slower. I'll let the CPU deal with Joe Schobert. We'll continue to use Miles Jack. We have his zone coverage going up a little bit more. That's why I did zone coverage. And then Cam Robinson and Dwayne Smoot can be handled by the CPU. But enough housekeeping. We're going into this game at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati to take on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, let's go. Of course, playing my favorite team. Yeah, dude. Never heard that one before. Never gets old. But here we go. Josh Lambo kicking it deep, and we are underway here in week 4. Phillips back to return. He'll probably just take a knee in the end zone, and he does. All right, defense, let's actually play well. This is a rookie quarterback in one of his first starts ever. Like, yeah, it's his 4th start, probably. But that still counts. And that is wide open. The CPU is just going to destroy zone coverage, but they're also going to destroy man. It's interesting. We still have to figure out what we want to do defensively. We're 1-2 so far, and that's, honestly, of course I want to win every game. But for the sake of the series, I don't want to win every game. I want this to be a rebuild. I want this to be a grind. And even though I'm trying to win games here, and I think we've done a decent job so far of staying in games despite having a really, really bad team playing on all Madden. Default sliders at first as I switch off accidentally, missing a huge opportunity. I didn't think Joe Burrow was going to make that throw. Another criticism that people had was run the ball more. And it's like, we do run the ball a pretty frequent amount. It's just that when you go down a lot in the game, like we did in the first week, you can't run the ball down 30 points. And when we're not effectively running the ball, it's tough to keep doing that. Like, I don't like a 2nd and 10 run. I don't really think that accomplishes anything. I'm someone who likes to run on first down as we get the ball to Chris Conley. Because, you can see what it does. And if it's 2nd and like 6, maybe you can run the ball again. But I don't like a 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10 run. I just don't like that. 3rd and 5, I would almost rather run the ball. But I feel like that's a recipe for disaster as well. As we're going to throw over the middle. There's Laviska Shenault. But I'm just looking to make safer throws. I don't want to constantly turn the ball over the way we have in previous series on my channel and in the first episode. I don't know how I threw 6 interceptions in week 1. I don't really know how that happened, but we've been playing fairly well ever since. I haven't really been turning over the ball as much, so I accidentally just pump faked. Why? Is pump fakes double tap the button? Easy throw there. Chris Conley, first down, bails me out. Damn, I don't know how I double tap the button. I certainly did not mean to. DJ Chark is injured, though. I was wondering where he is. Kind of forgot about that a little bit. As we're going to scramble here with Gardner Minshew. Just outrun Geno Atkins, please. He's got some wheels for somebody who's like 30 years old, let me tell you. Especially from the defensive tackle position. 2nd and 2. This is a spot where I'd like to run the ball. Like to cut it back. I didn't get the one cut the way I wanted to. Otherwise, that actually would have been a big gain. Instead, we basically got nothing. And now Chris Thompson is our actual starting running back. There's LaVisca, though, from the slot doing damage. Like to see that. 5 for 5 for 50 yards. We're taking what the defense gives us. And we're playing fairly well so far. Just got to remain consistent. Don't turn over the ball in the red zone. We're approaching the red zone. Don't want to do that. Good block there by Norwell, as we only pick up a few. But did the job. See, do we have that throw? Underthrown. Oh, man. If LaVisca would have gone up and got the ball there. First incompletion on the game. But I had a matchup I wanted. I thought it was zone coverage and not man. But we did have a one-on-one shot with a pretty good receiver who's played really well for us so far. So I like the matchup. But on 3rd and 7, didn't know the situation. Threw underneath the line to gain. And we were set up with a field goal opportunity on 4th down. Think we hit it. Lambeau gets it. So we're up 3-0. Kind of spoiled the drive there. Just got shut out. Jack, track that down. Okay. I'll take that. Joe Schobert helping out, making the play. Throw it at me, Burrow. Someone track him down. Oh, my goodness. Cornerback came up, tried to blitz the linebacker, and the cornerback went after Burrow as well. That's not what we want there. 3rd and 1. We're sending a blitz here. Let's see what they do. They're going to throw the ball. And they're going to throw the ball almost successfully. Nice play by the rookie, C.J. Henderson. Knocking the football out, forcing a punt. There we go. Hey, we need our big young players to come up and make big plays. C.J. Henderson, top 10 draft pick this past year. Doesn't really get any bigger than that. He's someone we need to develop. And he made a really nice play there. There's no safety. Oh, my Lord. Inaccurate bullet pass. That's the thing that you have to deal with on all Madden, is occasionally the quarterback just won't even throw in the neighborhood. And, I mean, we had an open receiver. Would have set up a much more manageable 3rd down. That's open, though. Chris Conley, nice catch. Good throw for Minshew. But, yeah, it was almost an interception. That could have ended our drive. And, of course, yeah, another interception added to my resume while I'll throw like 40 this year. That could have been really, really bad. We're going to block Chris Thompson. Maybe look for Chenault. We have a matchup we want. Chenault's got to make a play, though. And it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander. Looks like A.J. Green. Oh, come on, man. I like the one-on-one read again. It just we just don't get what we want. Unfortunately, Mackenzie Alexander wins the matchup. And that is the end of the first quarter. I feel like we've played pretty well. Only 3 points and an interception. Like, not a great stat line. But I feel like we played pretty well. Just, we've had a couple things not go our way. Laviska Shenault hasn't won 2 jump balls. And that's really what it's come down to so far. One of them was an interception. One of them set up a 3rd down we didn't convert. But he's played really well. You got to ride the hot hand sometimes. We've been trying to do that. Just have been unsuccessful so far today. Oh, it's a user pick. Easy reads. Green eggs and ham. And Miles Jack is going to house it. Read the quarterback the whole way. And Miles Jack has our first touchdown of the game. And he did take it to the house. Burrow tried to go underneath, but Miles Jack, looking more like a receiver, Then a linebacker there. Of course, has some experience on offense. Played UCLA. Nope, played running back at UCLA. Yeah, he played UCLA running back. Tell you what, am I, Yoda? Never seen Star Wars, but I you know, you hear the way he talks or whatever. Roughing the kicker. Might just turn that off. It's a penalty like every single time we kick in this game, pretty much. It'll be assessed on the kickoff. Shed there. Miles Jack, what a play. Love that. Miles Jack starting to play well. My user's starting to play well. We're getting more experience and more opportunity to start making some plays. I'd actually rather run towards the short side of the field here with O'Shaughnessy than Tyler Eifert and Chris Conley. One man to beat. Good block. Chris Thompson in space. Go, Chris. He's got to outrun the speedy Trey Waynes. Chris Thompson, new starter, and he's got a touchdown. 82 yards all the way to the house. Big play after big play for this Jags team. Pick 6, and then a monster run by Chris Thompson. Didn't really have that next gear, but he just managed to stay in front of Trey Waynes, and we have a 17-0 lead. Throw at me, Burrow. You got to run after him. He throws a crossbody across the field. Big hit by Joe Schobert, and he holds on. Dude, we just don't get after Joe Burrow. He extends the play, and we still can't bring him down. It somehow completes that pass. He lost yardage, but it's amazing that that's able to happen. The quickest throw ever to Uzoma. 3rd and 2. Let's make a play. Get after Burrow. Oh, they're going to run the ball. Weak side of the formation. They've got it. Checking down. Evading the hit stick. Mixon's got another first down. Also, another thing people were saying a lot was that when I was making fun of the PA announcer for saying not first down, and then I couldn't hear the fans saying first down. And like, you ever been to a football game before? It's like, yeah, I've been to a bunch. I've never heard the PA announcer like setting up the first down where the PA announcer's like, that's a Cincinnati Bengal, and then the crowd say first down. It's never happened at any game I've ever been to for any NFL or college football team. I don't know how so many of you guys have this frame of reference. It's never happened for me. We need Josh Allen to start making some plays. That's the biggest thing. Damn, I mean, that's you. I'm trying to conservative tackle, and he just jukes right by it. I look like an idiot. This could end really badly. Oh, and it doesn't. Miles Jack, MVP of the game so far. Couple tackles for loss, adds a sack to a pick 6 on his resume already. What an incredible first half. But we need Josh Allen to make some plays. You got to start beating some of these guys. Oh, big hit. Ronnie Harrison can't recover, but DJ Hayden does. Big force fumble, and the defense is starting to play well today. 0 points allowed. Joe Burrow, welcome to the NFL against this elite Jaguars defense. Oh, we got blocks. Chris Thompson jukes back, breaks a tackle. Oh my goodness, Chris Thompson is the truth. 5 rushes for 109 and a touchdown. We're starting to actually block as well. Things are looking up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going to keep running this football here. Maybe control the clock a little bit. There we go, Andrew Norwell. We got to run behind that money. We got to find the money on the offensive line, who's getting paid the most, and just let them lead the way. 2nd and 2, we're going to run the football again here. Norwell and Linder, that's where the money is. Norwell came back with a crackback. Geno Atkins shed it pretty well, though, and made the play. Oh, my goodness, what an RPO as we get it to Tyler Eifert. I guess I got to press a button to hand it off in those spots. I thought that they did that automatically. I don't know that I made the right move or the right read, but it worked out. Back to Thompson, cut back. They were on it that time. There's Chris Conley. He picks up the first, down to the 2. We're going to chew clock here. Do we get a Chris Conley TD, maybe? Maybe a Chris Thompson TD? Do we have any other Chris's on the team? I don't really want an RPO in this spot, but we're forced to call it. Yeah, X the handoff. Thompson, end zone. There we go, Chris Thompson. His 2nd touchdown on the game. I mean, he's fighting with Miles Jack for MVP so far. He's already over 100 yards, thanks to a huge play and then another pretty decently sized gain. I don't know, man. Let me know down in the comment section below. At this point in the game, just prior to halftime. Who's your MVP? Miles Jack. He's got a sack, a couple tackles for loss, an interception, and a touchdown. And then Chris Thompson has over 100 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Really, really good half for both players as we are dominating the Bengals here in week 4. Throwing, and wow, complete to A.J. Green. Will they be able to get back to the offensive line? Why did I say that? The line of scrimmage. I don't think so. Set up for it, but time expires. They couldn't get back up to the line. That is the half, and that was a great half of Jacksonville Jaguars football. 24-0. The Bengals don't have a point. They haven't exactly stopped our offense. So we just got to continue doing what we're doing. Chris Thompson's been far better than Leonard Fournette for us so far this year. And he's certainly stepped into the starting role. And he's done so, in stride. He's played really, really well. And he's someone we can actually throw the football to out of the backfield as well. Leonard Fournette really wasn't that guy, as there he's the recipient of that pass. Pickup of 5. They're blitzing. We're taking the shot. Shenault down the field. Can't haul it in. I keep going for this one-on-one, and we just keep not winning it. I feel like we have a step. I don't know if that's Minshew's arm or Shenault not having the speed. I think it's probably a little bit of both, as I tried to cut it back. I just can't nail this one cut. Big hit here. Ronnie Harrison couldn't deliver the hit stick. Joe Mixon hasn't been bad today. Hasn't been particularly good. Just about whatever. Averaging about 4 yards per carry. Our defense has, contained him pretty well as his play action. Get after Burrow. Throwing sideline. Hayden, nice play. Seems like man coverage is overpowered. We just have to run man. 2nd and 3. The Bengals are threatening here. And I'm in coverage against a receiver. And that is somehow, incomplete. I just got to cover Uzoma. It's a run. Big tackle. Did he get the first down? No. Timmy Jernigan with a big stop. And the Bengals should absolutely go for it here on 4th and 1. Down 24. What does a field goal do for you? You're down by 3 touchdowns. You gotta go for it. You got to go for it there. You can't kick. 3rd and 8. I don't want to send Chris Thompson out on a route. He's not exactly the best pass blocking running back. Can we get that to Shenault? It's going to get picked again, probably. I mean, every time I throw to him this game, we have 3 interceptions, and how many are warranted? That one, probably my worst throw of the entire game. Let's go ahead and go over how this would have happened. And something could have been open. I was pretty much just looking for Shenault. We had D.D. Westbrook maybe coming in. That was covered. Eifert was pretty much covered. If we threw to, who's 18 for me? Chris Conley. If we threw to Chris Conley, safety's making a play on that. So I feel like we made the right decision with the most space here. Just led way too far down the field. And Shenault in traffic is horrific. Have you seen him even go up and touch the ball so far? William Jackson's made every single play. Overturned, but it's still going to be a pick, right? Yeah, so, yeah, sick overturn. It's backside slant, wide open, and A.J. Green's going to outrun my entire defense. Bengals on the board for the first time here with a touchdown, I should say. 41 yards to A.J. Green, who is looking as dead as the Bengals have played the entire game. So, we're going to focus on running the ball a little bit more, chewing some clock, and not throwing ourselves out of this game. All right, 3rd and 6 after back-to-back runs. Sometimes you guys think I don't run the ball as much as I do. I run the ball a lot. You just can't show every, non-mattering run. As Chris Conley holds on through traffic, thank you. And we are back to running the football. 3rd and 7. We want to just take time off the clock here. But Chris Thompson's going to do a lot more than that. Juke back, 1st down. Another 3rd down. If I throw to Laviska Shenault, somehow it will end up being an interception. And that is the correct read. Chris Conley again. He's been my 3rd down guy all game. We've actually converted. He's been great. His 7th catch as he comes up on 100 yards. That is a really, really untimely flag. Because that's going to bring up 2nd and 14. Jawan Taylor's got to be better than that. D.D. Westbrook on a slant could be good. They read it too well. Should have thrown it to him anyway, probably. We're just going to get the completion. Tyler Eifert. Dangerous throw, but I like the matchup. 3rd and 11. Clock's going to keep ticking, which isn't super important at this point, but, you know, they just might not have enough time to come back. I don't even know where I want to go with the ball here on 3rd and 11. Chris Conley one-on-one might be our best option. It's another interception. Dude, come on! William Jackson gets another one. I feel like he has 3. It only showed it 2. That's just... what do we do with that throw, man? He threw it right to him. I've turned over the ball in that spot, man. That's so bad. Burrows. Jesus. Burrow's going to get out of the way, but not well enough. K'Lavon Chaisson, the rookie and former teammate of Joe Burrow, now getting an opportunity in the NFL to bring him down as 2 former teammates and national champions face off in their rookie seasons. Gotta love that narrative. Is Wilson, big hit. 3rd and 7 after some runs. We're gonna flip this. I mean, a turnover doesn't really hurt us that much right now, but I really don't want one. I just threw a contested pass. I mean, I should have just checked down. Why are we getting crazy with a lead? Why are we getting crazy in this spot? Should have just ran the ball and set up an easier field goal. This is a thing where more playing and more experience is going to get me, you know, realizing these things where, yeah, we got to run the football there. We got to make it a 48-yard field goal instead of a 52-yard field goal. We got a good kicker, so Josh Lambo's going to drill that. Give us a 17-point lead with a minute and a half to go. We just got to make the smarter decisions, even with a lead, because we're not always going to have a lead like this. We just got to make the smart decisions. Don't throw down the field in that spot. You can't. I will say we made too many long throws down the field in this game. I don't know that we forced a lot, but we took chances and they didn't pay off. We don't have the type of players yet where you can take those chances. Big hit, CJ Henderson. Now, if we get a big player, or if DJ Chark develops even more, we can take those chances. But to a rookie, Laviska Shenault, who's just not developed yet, we just can't take those chances. And I got to know that. Even though they're one-on-ones, we just got to know that they're probably not going to win those one-on-ones. So it all comes with playing the game more and realizing these situations and what we have to do, as the Bengals are starting to break every tackle. But it's just too little, too late. Again, shout out JoJo. It's a banger. As that's down the field. Oh, Gerard Wilson. I wanted to end Joe Mixon, but he hangs on. What are these matchups? I feel like CJ Henderson's been on CJ Uzoma the entire game. What are they matched up by name? Underneath, big hit, and he holds on. What is CJ Uzoma's catching traffic, dude? Wild. Onside kick is no good, and that will be the end of the game here as we come away with a Week 4 victory. Back-to-back wins for this Jaguars team. 27-17 will be your final. So, yeah, we got torn up through the air. Burrow threw for almost 300 yards. So it's not like he was bad. I turned over the ball too much with Minshew. 3 picks is just too many. And we looked good, but, no touchdowns and 3 picks. Not great. But Chris Thompson had a great game. Averaged 6.9 yards per carry. Nice merch. Link in the description if you guys want to check that out. Selling pretty well, so I'm glad you guys are actually liking that. He rushed for 152 yards on 2 touchdowns. Great game. As for the Jaguars, no 100-yard receivers, but Chris Conley came real close. 8 for 94. Laviska Shenault was almost a non-factor. I feel like he had more drops than is let on because he didn't come up with, 5 big catches. Defensively, Schobert and CJ Henderson each had 10 tackles. Bunch of guys with 1 for loss. And then 3 sacks for the team. K'Lavon Chaisson, Taven Bryan, and Myles Jack. Interceptions, Myles Jack also had 1. And we know that he had a touchdown as well. Forced fumble for Ronnie Harrison. It was recovered by DJ Hayden. And, of course, he had that touchdown for Myles Jack. So, big win for the boys. Gotta love it. D.D. Westbrook and Colin Johnson both with an upgrade point. Not sure when Colin Johnson's going to get an opportunity. We just have too many guys on the depth chart ahead of him. But we had a tough matchup in Week 5 against the Houston Texans, 1 o'clock start, as DJ Chark could be coming back this week. And he won't be. So that'll be at the start of the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.